You say I make you nervous, a tragedy, I'm a beautiful.
BTS news today. Los Angeles was silent, but BTS shook the world. A Jungkook moment that changed everything. That morning, Los Angeles was quiet, but it wasn't peaceful. Beneath the warm summer air, a strange energy rippled across the world. An energy that only those who had waited too long could truly understand. Armies around the globe were shocked by two simple, almost silent Instagram posts. In nearly the same moment, Jungkook and Park Jimin uploaded something. No captions, no words, just two images that seemed ordinary, but not to those who knew. Jungkook posted a silhouette of two figures on stage, seemingly holding hands. A spotlight from behind made their faces unrecognizable, but the pose was too familiar to ignore. Within seconds, theories flooded the internet. Fans analyzed their posture, body shapes, even the nearly invisible shoes. Meanwhile, Jimin posted a photo of an empty stage with a single light glowing at the center, like it was waiting for someone to arrive. At the bottom, a faint word appeared, NYC. The photos went viral in less than 10 minutes. Twitter, X, exploded with speculation, TikTok was filled with fan theories, and even South Korean media started reporting on something completely unclear. Was this the beginning of something massive? But amidst the chaos and hope, one mystery shook people even more. HYBE said nothing. No statements. No denials. No teaser releases. Silence. And that silence made everything more earth-shattering. Fans remembered clearly how structured HYBE's promotions had always been. Every BTS project, solo or group, was typically announced with detailed teaser videos, confirmed dates, and promotional schedules. But this time, nothing. Even big hit music, known for direct communication with ARMY, stayed completely silent. Was this part of a new strategy? Or was this a secret project not even involving the company? Was this something Jungkook and Jimin planned? Just for ARMY, a few days later, a short video began circulating on Twitter. It was only 11 seconds long. Blurry, dark, but enough to make anyone's heart pound. In the video, two figures were seen dancing in a closed studio. One of them was unmistakably Jimin. His movements, his body shape, the way he turned toward the camera as if he knew someone was filming. The other? Almost certainly Jungkook. You didn't need to see his face, just one spinning kick at the end of the routine, and any fan knew it could only be him. But the most shocking part was a whispered sentence at the end of the clip. "We have to do this, once in a lifetime." And then, darkness, silence, no source, no confirmation, just speculation. And still, HYBE said nothing. Even when journalists reached out for statements, no one replied. More strange details began to emerge. An anonymous dispatch reporter revealed that 2 days after the viral posts, Jungkook and Jimin were seen entering a studio in Brooklyn, New York, with extremely tight security. No HYBE staff, no production vehicles, just a single black van that drove them in and out. Even more curious, security badges bore the name of an independent production agency called Silent Lights, which had no direct connection to any Korean entertainment company. Then came a name, Min Jae-woo, a creative director who had previously worked on Blackpink's world tour and handled major US artists. In an old interview, she once said, "If I ever got to create a secret concert with BTS, I wouldn't use any marketing. I'd want it to be a surprise that made the world stop for 5 minutes." And suddenly, the puzzle pieces started to fit. Tension grew when a few armies in New York caught sight of a large truck with a simple white light symbol parked outside Barclays Center, late at night. No official logos, no banners. But 2 days later, the entire back of the venue was covered with massive black drapes. Local workers confirmed that a large stage setup was happening, but only at night. Everyone involved had signed NDAs, non-disclosure agreements, and were not allowed to bring phones. Days passed, filled with anxious waiting. Fans started camping outside the venue, even with no official announcement. Some sat silently with banners saying, "We believe in you," and "We'll be here no matter what." They knew, if this was Jungkook and Jimin's doing, it wasn't just another concert. This was history. And finally, On the 7th night after the first posts, a massive light was installed above Barclays Center. Not a logo, but a simple symbol, 2 dots and a line, a minimalist smiling face. But to ARMY, it meant more. It was Jungkook, a symbol long used by fans to represent the close bond between Jungkook and Jimin. Media went wild. BBC, Rolling Stone, Billboard, Jungkook's silent concert? One headline asked, "Is this the most ambitious secret show of the year?" But still, no tickets were sold. No official date confirmed. Just a mysterious QR code projected on buildings around the city. When scanned, a countdown timer, 5 days, 23 hours, 11 minutes. Was this really a concert? Or an immersive art show? Why only Jimin and Jungkook? Where were the other members? And, most of all, why was HYBE still silent? And then the most shocking rumor surfaced. A production crew member allegedly leaked that the event would not be recorded, not streamed, not repeated. One night, one chance, one moment. When the night finally came, thousands had gathered. Not just from the US, fans flew in from Japan, Korea, Indonesia, Brazil, even Iceland. Some wept, some prayed, some simply stood, staring toward the still dark stage. And then, the lights went out. Slowly, a single spotlight glowed at center stage. 2 figures stood there, Jungkook and Jimin. Silent, not speaking, just locking eyes. Then slowly, they walked toward their microphones. Jungkook took a deep breath. His hand trembled, but he didn't step back. He looked at the crowd. "We couldn't wait for anyone's permission. We just wanted this to belong to you and us." Jimin added, voice rough, "This concert isn't for the industry. It's for us. For you. For everything we've been through in silence." Then, soft piano chords began. A new song, never heard before. Jungkook's voice poured out, raw, emotional, like every lyric was a tear. Jimin followed, dancing with movements that spoke louder than words, his body telling the story. The concert lasted 47 minutes. In OMC. No breaks, just emotion, unfiltered and pure. Every song was unreleased. Every lyric carried pain and hope. There were long, deliberate silences that hit deeper than any speech. And at the end, Jimin whispered, "We'll be okay." But sometimes, to heal, you have to be honest, with no filter. They bowed. The lights went dark. No encore. No official photos. No replays. But for those who were there, that night became something they would never, ever forget. And still, HYBE hasn't said a word as the stage lights finally died out. No one in the audience screamed. Not because they didn't want to, but because they couldn't. They were frozen. Tears streamed silently. Eyes stayed glued to the now empty stage, still trying to process what they had just witnessed. Backstage, Jungkook and Jimin held each other tightly. No words, just shaking hands and pounding hearts. They knew this wasn't just a secret concert. They had just stepped beyond every limit that had ever been placed on them. By the company, by the system, even by the world. For the first time since debuting, they were fully themselves. No scripts, no producers, no managers whispering what to say or not to say. And in the far corner of the hallway stood a man in a black cap. Calm, silent, but eyes glowing with something unreadable. He didn't clap. He didn't cry. But he stared directly at Jungkook and Jimin. Bang Si-hyuk, that he didn't come as a CEO. He wasn't accompanied by HYBE staff. He came alone, said nothing. But his presence alone added another layer to this story. Was he silent because he disapproved? Or because he understood that some things can't be controlled by anyone?
but they're so delicate and